What's up, guys? Nice about here. Welcome to Diablo Resurrected. So, this barbarian is wielding twin Doombringer blades. And Doombringer is from Diablo 1. It was actually good in Diablo 1, kind of. Unfortunately, in D2R, I don't think it's looking all that great, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is an elite champion sword. Generally a two-handed sword. And it does this one, for example, 278 to 390 max damage. So the damage is okay. It's quite tight and compact. It has some min and max damage added to it. But one attribute about it is how it casts Weaken on striking. But unfortunately, you can't proc anything with Whirlwind. So I'm going to have to either Berserk or Frenzy in order to cast that Weaken. Which is a notable trait of this sword. So it's probably not the best for a Whirlwind. It gives you maximum life of 20%, some life leech, and a decent amount of AR. So let's see how this thing goes with a Whirlwind Frenzy Barbarian. And here's his gear. Same guy from my last video. So a Charmed Ariats. I actually gave him a better High Lord's Wrath, a pre-1.09 one or whatnot. Go Riders. Ravenfrost, String of Ears, Mantled Heal for some Mana Leech, and I have a lot of Life Leech on this guy because the Doombringers have it. Laying of Hands, and Fortitude. Now, in my last video, I showcased these things, or it was a couple videos ago, my bad. But I showcased these things, and look at that. Like, these actually performed quite well. And they do more max damage than a freaking Doombringer. So it's really weird, in addition to all their other nice stats. So Doombringer just kind of sucks, as far as I can tell. But let's see how well it goes in the Frigid Highlands. So I casted battle orders and all that. Oh my god! No, it's actually doing okay. Let's see how much life I gain from one. Wow, look at that. Over 300 life per sword. Yeah, look at that. 3,900. And now it's 4,600. So not... no undead damage here. Oh my god. This is actually okay. I mean, yeah, I have a fortitude and all that. This should probably be something I experiment with on a budget build. You know, something with Duriel Shell. I should probably skip High Lords. Not really budget, is it? Maybe dual Angelic Rings and an Angelic Amulet with Duri Shell. Is Ariat's budget? Ariat's is pretty much budget, especially if you have a junk one. Not this one, of course, that has a Charm rune in it. But the Charm is redundant, because I have a Ravenfrost anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah. Now, let me catch some of this weekend. Watch this. I know that... oh, my God, he's not hitting anything. There we go. There's the weekend. Look at that. Oh! So he whirlwinds pretty fast now, and I think that that's to his detriment. Look at that berserk going on there. There's the frenzy. Here's the frenzy. Here's the frenzy against this guy. Here's the frenzy against that guy. Here's the frenzy. Now, I think that Weaken, unfortunately, doesn't weaken them in the way that you might think. To my understanding, Weaken... Do I got my phone around here? I gotta look this up. Weaken, it, like, reduces the damage that they're able to output. You know? It, like, it nerfs their damage a little bit. So it doesn't actually make them take more damage, which kind of sucks. But I guess that's what Decrepify's for, and that's what, what's it called? Amp damage is for. Look at that, though. It's actually... I mean, it's defensive, alright? And this is a level 3 weekend? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna go grab my phone, and let's check out the stats on the weekend, because I don't really know exactly what that does. It reduces the damage at the enemy's output. I think it's just a physical damage, but I don't really know. Maybe it'll be clear if I try to look this shit up. It's probably not going to tell us, though, what kind of damage exactly. And I'm going to do the trap as well, so be right back. So level 3 weaken causes the target to have reduced damage by 35% with a duration of 18.8 seconds. And a radius of 7.3 yards. All right. So that's what the weakens here are casting upon the enemy. Now, it doesn't say. I don't know if that means elemental damage or what. You have any idea? Let me know in the comments if you guys have any idea if it reduces elemental damage as well. I think it gives me a description here. This is on... Decreases the damage dealt by enemies caught inside the curse. Okay. So, it's one of those things where I don't know if it describes it anywhere, but let me know if you guys have any idea if weaken also diminishes their elemental damage. I mean, I would think it would be just their physical, but I could be wrong. Come to think of it, when you're the sorceress in the Chaos Sanctuary, for example, the Oblivion Knights do often cast Weaken. And doesn't that reduce your elemental damage? I feel like it does. You're like a Blizzard Circ or whatever, you look at your damage numbers and they suck. You get Weaken cast on you. So I think that is the case. But wow, look at this guy. So, this weapon, I think, needs some improvement. Yeah, this weapon's pretty poor. Needs to be improved upon. There's a stone skin enemy. Let's see how well it performs in the Chaos Sanctuary. But I know some of you guys like it how just pretty much all the elite items or everything else suck in Diablo 2 except for like 5. And there's just no competition with things like Grief, Breath of the Dying, Last Wish. There's just no competition. Nothing comes close in terms of unique items anyway. But others of you wouldn't mind some balancing. And I'm curious, what do you guys think needs to be done to this thing if it were to be balanced? I think it needs to do like double damage. Give it double damage and it's still going to suck. Maybe there's something else that could be added to it. I don't know. Some increased attack speed. I guess the weekend thing is kind of a cool theme, so keep that. Maybe it should be allowed to roll ethereal and still be indestructible. You know, so then you have a 1 in 10 chance of finding an ethereal Doombringer, things like that. But let's see how well it performs in the Chaos Sanctuary. So here it is in the Chaos Sanctuary. Not bad. Not bad against the Doom Knights. It wouldn't be a bad idea to occasionally cast Weaken. Of course, it takes so long you're going to get your ass eaten before you're able to cast it. Chance to hit maybe could be a little better here. Let's see what his stats are. So 15% chance crushing blow, 10% chance open wounds, both from the Go Riders. Where's the Deadly Strike? 48% chance Deadly Strike. And then with my Blade Mastery, that's what they call it now. A 31% chance of critical strike. So attack rating's quite poor. I do have Eth runes in these things. I've really been a fan of Eth runes lately in weapons. Just how it pierces the target defense. Because chance to hit is a lot in Diablo 2, and obviously that's not going to show up here on the charts. The effects of the Eth rune, for example. But these things do have better range than the Flesh Rippers, to my understanding. So that's one thing they have going for them. They're also inherently indestructible, whereas the Flesh Rippers are going to break like every Chaos run, unless if you have a Zod root in them, in which case it pretty much negates their purpose, because there's other things you do with the Zod rune that's going to pretty much be a better overall weapon for a Whirlwind Barbarian over Flesh Ripper. But it was kind of fun, really, messing around with Flesh Ripper, so I might try a budget build with Flesh Ripper. I'm thinking they actually might have performed better than this. This is a bit defensive, however. But their range, they must have a decent range. I'll check the range. Have some Decrepify cast on me right now, which does reduce my damage. As you can see there, I'm gonna die. Damn! So not bad. I was able to take down Lord Desace without much issue on the second attempt. Dropped an Etten Axe, which I do need to experiment with Rune Master. Another unique item that is just complete ass, unfortunately. Even if you pretty much put 40-15 jewels in it, it still sucks compared to items like Grief. Only it's going to be a hell of a lot more expensive to make. But this is not Rune Master. This is just some rare. So let's see how well he can. There we go. He's doing okay. He's hitting quite a bit, which I think is primarily due to the Eth runes because his AR does really suck. An Angelics would be a good thing to test on this guy. So I'm thinking about trying a budget version with a Duriel Shell with... Maybe I will just try dual Angelic Rings, and I'll just keep the damn Charm Rune in the helm, right? Because Charm Rune, I mean, it's not all that crazy valuable, is it? Come on, let's just still call it a budget build. What the hell? We'll call it a budget build. Or I could put on that sash, and I'll upgrade into a Demon Hide sash, in fact. What's it called? Death sash? And I could just replace this thing with it. I think that's what I'll do, in fact. So it'll be quite budget then. Duri Shell, dual Angelic Rings, Angelic Amulet, Ariettes with maybe nothing in it, or G-Face for that matter. I think I'm going to be liking my resist, so yeah, I'm going to have Ariettes. Kind of relying on Crushing Blow here, I think is what's going on. Yeah, my res will be nice with the Duri Shell and Ariettes. Whirlwind a little bit here. So, pretty much endgame gear. Coupled with these swords. No Mercenary, of course, which does change a lot of your gameplay and your farming efficiency. But these test videos that I'm doing, I'm just not using a Mercenary. So it can be pretty consistent then. And... yeah, I mean, I think I'll switch this out with a Duri Shell. I'll put on full Angelics. I'll put on Death Sash, maybe up it into a Demon Hide Sash so I can have 4 belt slots on it. And the rest of the gear might stay the same. I could try maybe Goblin Toe for budget. These are quite budget. You can get these for like a Lemrune generally. And then I won't even need the Ravenfrost anymore, so I might do something like that. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that video. Because I kind of am. I want to see how these things perform. With shitty gear. Of course, Treachery. Right, I won't need Chemite Frozen, dumb toad. That's what Duriel Shell's for. But maybe I'll use Treachery. Yeah, I think I'll use Treachery and G-Face. That's what I'll do. I'll use Treachery and G-Face. And I think my res should be okay with that setup, but I'll use Treachery and Ariettes. I'll figure it out later. But if you guys will like the video, become a channel member if you want, become a patron. Links in the description below. Talk to you guys later. Peace be with you.